Good morning, dieharders. Who's ready to die hard with vengeance? This is the S&W experience, and I am the Shogun. And I just came back from going to see Matt Reeves The Batman. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who had a fun time and then went to go see Robin Pat's Bat? Me, you, and pretty much everybody. There's your answer right there. Um, Normally when I do a film review, I give a non-spoiler review, and then I give my spoiler-filled review. But me and our friend just kind of went into it. We were just so, me and Big Al, we just dove right in, man. Totally forgot about that. So, whatever, man. This intro is the non-spoiler review. I give this movie a 9.3 out of 10. The things that brought it down were the repeated use of Ave Maria, Paul Dano singing, and just how long it is, man. It doesn't. It's 3 hours long, and I can see like, this movie needed a lot of time to flesh out important plots. But damn, dude, you could have shaved something, man. Just tell me you could have shaved something in here to make it like 250. Did you really need 256 minutes? You couldn't find 6 minutes. You could have trimmed from this. Just saying. But other than that, noticing that all I noticed was repeated use of one song, Paul Dano singing, and how long the movie is. That means everything else was dope. Characters, the Penguin was well used in this one. Fucking Carmine Falcone was fleshed out. This Robert Pattinson's Batman was awesome, dude. It just, it was, man. Ah, damn. Vengeance was, yeah, man. Anyway, that's my review of this movie. Man. Shogun gave it a 9.7. I gave it a 9.3. That is the non-spoiler review and the intro. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the S&W Experience Podcast 43. Actually, no, wait. This is the S&W Review for the Batman. And here we go. Right now. Jesus Christ, man. You know what? Let's just skip that. If you were listening, you know who I am. You know who the other guy is. We just came back from the Batman, and here are some thoughts. You were saying.
I fucking love this Batmobile, man. I wanted more of it. It was there for like, mainly it was that one scene.
Yeah.
It was that one scene. God damn, it was so beautiful. You could see him like working on. You could see like the exhaust and the whole fucking thing hanging. He was like doing work on it. Damn. Fuck.
It's a beautiful car.
It's a beautiful car. It's a beautiful. I fucking love the Batsuit. It doesn't feel bulky. It doesn't feel like.
It looks bulky.
It doesn't look bulky.
No, like there was the scene in the hallway.
Yeah.
When they kill all the lights, and the guy who comes in with the camera phone, and he like takes them out, and they all start firing, but there's no lights, and all you can see is just from the muzzle flashes and shit of him moving around and all.
Yeah.
The suit, you can hear the suit going thud, thud, thud. So like, it's kind of bulky, but he moves like.
He moves so fast.
Yeah. Faster than Batfleck, though, in that warehouse scene in BBS.
To be honest, Batfleck, I have. You see, the thing is, I don't expect Batfleck to move that fast, but he does.
Because he's such a big dude,
He's so big. How the hell do you move that? To be honest, he's like Batman has been in there for like 20 years.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. He would be that big. Like. It's like when you're comparing the three eras, right? Batfleck is the Andrew Garfield of the three that we have.
He never got his own movie.
Oh
Damn
yeah,
shame.
damn. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to. The thing is, right,
You don't want to see Batman take on Deathstroke?
okay, that would be a cool move. One, but two, I feel like they would have fucked it up.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they would have fucked it up, severely fucked it up.
Do you think Ben Affleck would have fucked up with Batman?
No, I don't think he would have fucked up. It's just that the way they set up that Batman in that universe before the 4-hour remake we got lost, it really fucked that Batman up.
So,
He used guns. He blatantly killed people. He didn't give a single. It's like 20 years in. I don't give a single fuck.
dude, Batman uses guns and bombs on the Batmobile. The Tumbler had a cannon on it.
That's a cannon.
The Tumbler had a freaking cannon. That thing blows shit up.
He doesn't blow people up. This motherfucker was branding people in jail. Okay, to die.
In the Arkham games, you could run people over. What kind of shit is that?
Or they'll walk it off. Come the fuck. Okay, there's a little bit of gray area there. But this motherfucker outright used guns, right?
That was in that nightmare sequence, which that was really...
No, there was a chase scene, right? There was a chase scene where you saw his Batmobile. And that's when he used the gun,
He
BVS.
was just shooting up cars. He didn't kill people.
No, he was standing there. He had a gun. He had a proper fucking gun. He was bang. And then he got in the Batmobile and started chasing them.
That was... Wait a minute, wasn't it? Oh, that wasn't it. Yeah. But he didn't kill him.
I feel like he did kill him.
He shot some people, yeah, but it wasn't until the nightmare sequence that he killed people. And that is understandable. It's the fucking wasteland, just they're parademons.
Fair enough. We consider parademons people. Do parademons have like a union?
They're more like zombies now.
Yeah, do they have like a parademon union of rights?
I have a question about the bird. What's with the steampunk goggles?
What's
They have the little goggles on, like, why?
I have no fucking clue. The only thing I could bring a reference to is there's a version of a Doomsday. Like when he's still in the containment suit, he has fucking goggles for some reason, which doesn't make any sense, but he does.
Oh well. But still, though, this movie, compared to BVS, is a very isolated story. This is not setting up a larger universe of like, oh, here's like Wonder Woman exists here, Superman exists too. This is very much its own. This is a Batman story.
What? I like that it feels very much like a one shot.
Yeah.
But it feels like a one shot with consequences, which is like one of the things that one shots have been famous to avoid, is that the actions of the characters within the one shot have no consequences.
Because there's no sequel.
Punisher kills the Marvel Universe. Thanos kills the Marvel Universe. Those kinds of stories. There's no consequences.
They don't continue past that point.
They don't continue. There's a point and then it's over. Yet there's consequences to it. Actually, it makes it even crazier to think about. That you have to tuck all that in to remember at the end of the day, there might possibly be a sequel. And the setup for that near the end, you see Cobblepot, you see Selina go off to Bloodhaven, and then you see. You watching it, you saw the Joker.
You saw Barry Coogan.
Yeah.
Unnamed Arkham prisoner. Correction, he's not the Joker, he's unnamed Arkham prisoner.
Who else is that mental?
Who else has that hair, that laugh, talks about fucking clowns and shit? Like, that was so fucking on the nose, man.
Yeah, that really was on the nose. But I feel like that was set up. You have a 3-hour run. You have a nearly 3-hour run time. You're gonna put in something.
I mean, like, there was a meeting somewhere that was like, man, we need the audience to know that this is the Joker without just telling them that this is the Joker. What do we do? Oh, let's give him crazy hair and let's have him laugh. Yeah, and let's have him talk about clowns because our audience is fucking stupid. And there's no way that they can figure out this is the Joker just for me, right?
I mean, what can I say?
At first, I didn't think it was Joker because I saw like his face looks kind of fucked up. So I'm like, wait, is that Harvey Dent?
No, I also thought it for a second it was Two-Face, but then he
Yeah.
started laughing.
Yeah,
And there was no
sorry.
mention of coin flipping, so I was like, okay, it's not him.
If it was Two-Face, he wouldn't talk about the coin flipping, but we would hear it like ding,
Yeah.
ding in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if it was Two-Face. I'm kind of tired of Joker, man. I'm tired of him, dude. From Heath Ledger was great back in 2008.
But there was one
Jared
movie-
Leto was Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Moving on. Joaquin Phoenix.
That's a fucking great movie.
Yes. Dude, in the last 10 years, we have had 4 different people play one dude. I'm kind of tired of it, man. Can we please move on? Batman has a whole rogues gallery. Can we get Clayface or Black Mask or... I don't know. I'll take the little Batmite dude if we can get him. Shit.
No, I don't want that fucker around. I just find him annoying. I just find him like, he's so fucking. But
Can we just get someone else?
no,
in this
I
motherfucker?
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. But this tackles like a more. There was that element of realism that was famous in the Christian Bale movies. He wanted a very grounded character. You know, there's nothing really supernatural about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't approach it. He said in like behind the scenes interviews, he wasn't making a comic book movie. He was. In the first story, it was the hero's journey. The second one, it was a crime drama, and in the third one, it was a disaster. That's how he looked at it. He didn't say, "I'm making a comic book origin story, follow up to that, and the one to round out the trilogy." No, it was just
I feel like
a movie.
Reeves applied this, some of the templates. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, this is a crime noir mystery
Yeah,
movie.
we're just gonna
just
make a
happens-
descent. Yeah, that just happens to have the Batman in it. Yes.
No, I like that. Because it's not focused about just the Batman. There's this greater element that's wrapping. I feel like whenever you surround a movie, especially a comic book movie, in those greater elements, it just makes the comic it makes it fucking better.
It doesn't always work though. Like this isn't a comic book movie example, but in the Tekken movie, there's a sequel. Bet you didn't even know there was a
I
sequel.
didn't even watch the first one.
Exactly. There's a sequel. That movie feels so much like someone said, "I have an idea for an action movie," and it was like, okay, let's just happen to have the protagonist be Kazuya Bishi. It very much feels like that. It feels like someone had an idea for a shitty action movie, and they just happened to have these characters available. So they're like, okay,
Might as well.
might as well. Shit.
I don't like that. Shitty action movies.
I kind of got that vibe for the Uncharted. Once I saw the trailer, it was like.
Shitty action movies.
No, I didn't feel like it would be a shitty action movie. It was just like, I felt like someone somewhere wrote a script for an adventure story.
And then put the Uncharted character.
Yeah.
I think I saw, there was Channing Tatum in
The Lost City of something.
Yes! Yeah, fuck! That was so dumb.
You check the end with Brad Pitt in the head.
My dad used to be a weatherman. What the Who wrote the script? Somebody come get your boy. He's wilding out.
I'm gonna watch that. Just for the lulz, man.
I'm
Just
gonna
for
wait.
the lulz.
I'll wait for it to come out on Netflix and then just scroll past. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Oh.
Dude, man. Good shit.
This is the other one I saw. Ambulance. Did you see the trailer for that one? I was like, this kind of like,
Brought to you by Michael Bay, director of Transformers. This is a surprisingly low-key movie for Michael Bay, you know? You know, this is pretty... I don't know.
I mean,
It's
after they
pretty
fucked up
low-key.
the last night, I don't think they want to hand it the big budget anymore.
You know, he didn't even want to make that movie.
I don't think he wanted to make anything. I think after the third one, it was done.
That's what he said. He said when he was doing an interview for like the upcoming fourth movie, he was like, you know, after this I'm done. And they put him in for one more, and he's like, okay, now I'm really done.
Now he's gonna be like, now I'm gonna fuck up your franchise.
Yeah.
I will lay the
Because he doesn't
detonators
want
around.
to. You can't hire a director who doesn't want to be here and expect him to churn out quality product.
You're not gonna get quality.
Yeah. There was a scene in last night where I felt like they were just riffing on it. Like Michael Bay saw Suicide Squad and just like, okay, we're gonna do that. When Megatron is like talking to the army,
and he brings
all the names. It's like Nitro Zeus. Then it cuts to a shot of the guy. It even has his name in like stylized writing print.
What the fuck is this? Anyways, back to Batman.
That's okay. Back to Batman. Shit.
But I understand that scene. That was dumb. Even I said, like, you watched
Suicide Squad.
You fucking watched it.
Paul Dano is the Riddler. Folks.
God, what a terrifying character. I've always, even in the games, right? The Riddler's like this kooky character. You know? But now they made him terrifying. His intelligence is terrifying. He's like, his cunning is also terrifying. He's quite a cunning character when you think about it. Like, for that setup. Convince 500 people dress up in fucking masks and take caliber sniper rifles.
Fucking gimp masks to do that shit and go out there. I was creeped out when the moment like the light came on and it revealed like he was behind the dude the whole time.
Freaked me the fuck out.
Because there was nothing.
Yeah,
there was nothing.
Like he turned and then he's just the fuck is he doing?
This is a Batman trick, man. Like what the oh shit. Although it was kind of weirded out when he knocks the dude because like it's just quiet. All you can hear is the TV. Turns the TV off, then we said, like, hey, shit.
And you went in. He was quick. He was like, what?
You went in there, man. But I did get like, okay, this is getting weird, man. I feel like we should cut to the next scene now.
Yeah, there was something you don't expect it from Batman. Especially like a Batman. You don't see it really set the tone for the rest of how things are gonna go. Yeah. Especially his other victim, like the guy in the car, the DA. That was the DA.
Yeah. That was so out of nowhere.
Behind him.
He was in the back seat. Holy shit.
Like you could see him in the car, right?
Yeah.
Like the DA's pointing at Selina, he's going my right. He's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what if she was in the ride?
I think she'd have taken him. Because Riddler's just the guy, man. And she's Selina Kyle. Like, she could have taken him.
Nah, I don't think so.
He's just the dude, man.
But there's so many fucking people. What do you mean?
No, I get that. He's an influential guy, but he don't got kung fu skills like she do, man.
He has a killer instinct, though.
Yeah. It weirded me out when he killed the dude with the tape, the mayor. It was that scene like he just knocked him down. He went back to his party, and he like it was so weird because I'm seeing the mask, and he like mounts the dude, and he like pulls out this tape, and I'm like, this is getting kind of like I'm getting weird BDSM vibes here, man.
And then he cuts it and it starts putting.
Oh shit.
Because okay. When I saw that scene, I saw Alfred wore the same jacket. And I was like, oh fuck. I thought that happened to Alfred in the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting
Dude, I was surprised when they got to him. I'm like, when I saw like him, he had the letter in his hand. Yeah. And like Bruce was driving there.
He was belting it.
He was like stamping on that. You saw he was like, come on. Dude, I didn't think they'd go there. I didn't think they would hurt Alfred, man. Like, I thought they'd find some way for him to get out.
To be honest,
like,
I thought he fucking died.
Dude, I'm sitting there like, no.
And then they show him, like what's that other lady, the maid?
She was like, it already happened.
Something already happened. I was like, fuck. And you see Alfred just like throw the thing and jump back. That was like, I was genuinely worried then.
Yeah.
And then I saw him in the hospital and I was like, oh fuck. He's gonna live.
He's gonna live.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like, dude, the thing is, this is Matt Reeves. We don't know him like we know. If this was like a familiar director, we could say like, there's no way he's gonna or whatever. But like, yo, we don't know Matt Reeves.
We don't.
He could have killed Alfred in the first movie.
Yeah, he could have been like, fuck it, it's going.
Yeah. Oh shit. But damn, though, but the bond between Alfred and Bruce Wayne in this movie was definitely stronger than in the other movies.
Yes, like it showed the strength of their bond in the third of the Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
That's when it showed. It was there, but it never showed itself. This first movie it showed because Alfred fucking hospital told him the truth.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they went down that direction. The Telltale games went down that direction first. They tackled the crime family stories, and then they went to the rest of the
I like that Falcones play a bigger part in these movies then. Because in the Nolan films, like, Falcone was in the first one,
He was just like
but he
there.
was just dispatched.
Yeah, he existed.
Yeah.
He pretty much just existed.
And in the second one, who was the other family? It was Falcone and the other family, like Maroni.
The Moroni.
Sal Maroni. He was in the second one, but he was also just
He was in the background.
Yeah, he was in the background.
I feel like those you put it there, it gives it a little more personal feel.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I like there was this scene, the scene when John Turturro's character, he's like talking to Bruce Wayne, and he's like, your dad came to me, and he's like, told me like this guy, whatever, he's got dirt on the family, go put the fear of God in this dude. It showed like, Thomas Wayne was a stand-up guy until
He made this mistake.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He didn't say, no, like, it shows that he's still a stand-up dude, even though there's a dude threatening him, because he could have been like, hey, there's a reporter out here, kill him, but instead he was like, I want you to scare this guy into cooperating.
And Falcone
Kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bruce tries to go to Wayne Thomas tries to go to the cops.
Yeah.
But that's still left ambiguous. There's no definite answer.
Because even Alfred is like, I wish I knew for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still eating him alive too.
Yeah. Because like even said in the movie, like it was his job to protect them, and he failed. So like, and when he saw like what it did to Bruce, he didn't know what to do. So because it's like Bruce needed a dad, and he was the closest thing he's got to it. But Alfred ain't that guy.
Alfred isn't his dad. Alfred's playing his role pretty steady in all of the iterations of the Batman. It's never like, you're my father or something.
Yeah.
It's never gone there.
Thing is, although there was this remember the one comic where they kind of hinted at that Alfred and Martha had a thing back in the day, that just felt unnecessary.
That felt wrong.
Yeah,
It just
like,
feels wrong.
why?
Also, the reference to Martha being like mentally.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a reference to Flashpoint where Martha is a
Might, dude. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, wait a minute.
This motherfucker. You snake motherfucker.
Oh shit! No, that was slick. Dude,
That was slick.
I haven't said that about like a comic book movie since in Homecoming, where they said like Michelle is actually like my friends call me MJ. I was like,
Slick
that's
motherfucker.
slick. Because I remember when they announced that Zendaya was gonna be the movie, they're like, oh, there's gonna be a black MJ. Like, what the fuck? They're fucking brownwashing everybody. And they're like, no, she's not playing Mary Jane. Relax. And it's like,
Michelle.
yes. Oh, I see what you did there.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Well played.
Yes. But with Penguin, Colin Farrell is Penguin. I liked him in the role.
Yes.
There's this moment, because for like the first part of the movie, even though we don't find out that he's just the right-hand man till like midway, like he walks right up to the Batman, he's like, whoa, take it easy. Like just, I assume like, yo, this is his place, because Iceberg Lounge in the comics is his place.
Yeah.
He's running the shit, and it isn't until halfway like, oh, it's just like the actual owner's right-hand dude. Like, all right. By the end, when it's revealed that Falcone was working with the cops, he's the one standing there. It's like, you fucking rats. It's just, anyone else would have been like, it's like, don't worry, boss. Like, we'll call a lawyer, whatever. He's just standing like, you fucking rat. Like, just.
It's a power move for him because he's the boss now.
Yes.
He's running the shit.
Oh,
I like that.
because like there was like that moment where Falcone was like, I'll see. He was talking to Gordon. He's like, I'll see you again when I get out. Like my mob buddies will help me get out. But like with Penguin running the show, it's like, that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. We're gonna put you in.
Even's like, enjoy your night in Blackgate. It's like, this might be a last. It's like, oh
Shit.
they're gonna get him. This is dope, man.
You know what? He had this Farrell played a version of the Penguin where his ambition was like, because you remember the version that was in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
He fucking sucked Mooney's ass for I don't know how many.
Fish Mooney, yeah.
I mean,
until she died. But
until she died.
He was our umbrella guy, man. Like he just like carried her umbrella around and
No, but
everything.
this guy has ambition. He has drive.
Yeah.
The other one is sort of like, okay, you can, eventually you'll get there.
Yeah.
This guy's already the fucking Penguin. He acts like it too.
Yeah.
The balls would go to Batman. Take it easy, sweet man. The
And he
balls
was
of
like,
this man.
even when he was like, he's like who is this girl and not? He was just like, like I've never seen her before, but I can't say like, but she is hot. Like I'll give her that much. Like just.
What the fuck?
Just like, how are you so fucking calm? Just
Batman, the fucking scariest mother, beating the shit out of people. It's just like, alright,
yeah.
what do you want?
Okay, come on up.
Come on up. We'll have some tea.
Yeah.
We'll sort this out.
Oh shit. It was that I love that everyone called him Vengeance. They heard about that shit at the train station where he was like, "Oh, Vengeance," and everybody's just like, "Okay." It's like, "All right, Mr. Vengeance, come on up to the just." It's kind of like fitting of his character that he didn't go like, "Actually, it's Batman." Like, just like, that would have
been so fucking corny.
That would have been corny, dude. Like just.
It's actually the Batman.
Nah, dude. Just like whatever. You're gonna call me Vengeance? Okay, sure. Who gives a shit?
He doesn't give a fuck about the name.
Yeah. This was the first Batman who doesn't give a fuck. Just generally, even at the beginning, he was like, "I don't care what happens to me" or whatnot. This is the first Batman who doesn't give a fuck. I mean, Christian Bale towards the end, there was that feeling of like, I don't care if I live or die, but that was towards the end. Yeah. This is like from the jump, like
year 2. He flipped the book. It was year 2 of.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You remember that? Oh yeah. Did you know at one point they were gonna have Clint Eastwood be Batman? Because it was after the George Clooney movies, and they wanted to go a totally different direction with Batman. So they called in Darren Aronofsky to direct a Dark Knight movie. You know, like he's like the grizzled veteran, the Dark Knight Returns, that story. You know, like, yeah.
They want to do that?
They wanted to do Clint Eastwood as Batman in a Dark Knight Returns story.
Wait, the fucking comic run just ended, didn't it? It ended in the 90s. And they wanted to do... Motherfucker. No.
We almost got Clint Eastwood as Batman.
Fuck that. I'd rather take Nicolas Cage as Superman.
What the fuck? Why are you hating on Eastwood, man?
No, I'm not hating on Eastwood. I'm hating on the fact that they were going to give him that story. That story was fresh. Just fucking
exactly. Strike while the iron's hot,
no,
man.
No, strike while the iron's hot. They just changed what Batman is.
What do you mean?
Before this, Batman didn't have that image. After that Batman Returns shit, he had this new tone about it. This could have fucked it up, seriously. If they didn't do the movie right, it could have fucked it up completely.
No faith in the DC execs of the
I've never had faith in these fuckers, ever. Whenever they try and do something like that, strike while the iron's hot. Didn't they strike while the iron's hot with BVS in Justice League? For the bonuses.
Okay.
And for the fact that Marvel was practically printing money.
Yeah. I wouldn't exactly call that striking while the iron is hot. I'd pretty much call that striking before the iron gets to you. Just...
I don't think so.
Or striking while the iron's still warming up. Just
no, because think about it, right? Zack Snyder didn't get to complete his shit. They called in Joss Whedon. Why did they call in Joss Whedon? Because he did the Avengers.
Yeah. I initially thought this is gonna be great, yo. They got the dude who did the Avengers, man. This is gonna be awesome.
The human thumb.
The human thumb. Hey, the human thumb squashed all those hopes, man.
Yeah,
I legit didn't see it.
like a like a
one
burnt
day
out
I
cigarette.
was like,
It's just like
hey,
fuck
wait
this.
a minute.
Let me fuck it up. Let me just that's your.
You can tell in the trailer. There's like 3 Justice League trailers. You can tell when exactly he took over because
The whole tone and the color palette.
it's all bright. Everything got.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It looked like a Marvel movie.
Yeah. And dude, in this movie, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, what weirded me out was like there was that line in with Barry was talking to Bruce and he's like, I need friends. It's the same line, but said different, but it means something different in each of those movies. In Joss Whedon's one, he's like, I need friends. Like, he's kind of pathetic, dude. It's like the dude's a loser. But in the second one, it's like, yeah, I need friends. Like, just, it's like, okay, sure, whatever. But just, it's the same line.
It's executed differently.
Yeah. And it also paints the character in a different light.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Ah, shit.
And
And there's no brunch.
Yeah, fuck the bunch.
Some Joss Whedon B material right there. And no Russian family. That just does not make sense.
The random ass Russian family.
The amount of time we spent on that family couldn't have been spent elsewhere. Give Cyborg some more screen
You
time.
know, like give the Flash a proper fucking Flash moment.
Yes. It was in the trailer. Why not just...
Yeah, it was.
Dude.
They fucked it up. Okay.
I would say.
I need to have faith in DC execs. Fuck them. Okay?
I have faith in Walter Hamada. Walter Hamada, he took over back in 2018. The first movie that he worked with, like he was the executive producer on was Aquaman. So I got faith in Walter Hamada.
He hired Amber Heard, but you know what?
Okay, whoa. Amber Heard was there back when like Justice League was still a thing, because she was in the 2017 Justice League. So
fair.
that's not his fault.
Okay, it's not his fault. Alright. But listen, we live in an age of equality. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We live in an age of recastings midway through production, so
I'm just saying.
it's not too late to pull 180. Order some reshoots. No.
Yeah. Neres could make a really good
I don't know what the character's name is, but like, I agree.
Yeah. His name starts with an M.
Mira or something?
Mira, I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Anyways, not a big Aquaman fan. Oh.
Dude, I thought I always saw Aquaman as kind of goofy.
Yes, Sam.
Just the orange and the green.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I was just like, everybody but this guy.
Yeah.
I will read all your stories.
Except this dude.
Yeah, except this is kind of funky for me. A little too funky.
Yeah.
It's like,
when you actually describe Aquaman, it sounds kind of silly.
he's like, he had the appeal of 90s Iron Man for me. You know, the suit.
That clunky shit.
Yeah, I was just like, not today. Nah. The second they did that, there was the Extremist run in the early 2000s. I was like, okay, I fucked with this.
Yeah.
Because that's where they got the design for the Iron Man that you see in the MCU. It came from the Extremist run that they did. So,
I never really did got your take on the extremists in the MCU. Did you like how they used extremists in Iron Man 3?
I like that it functions similar to how it did in comics, but I still think it's wasted potential. That shit, I think if Stark took a second look at it, I think if we had more Iron Man movies, him like wrapping up all the... Because he's done a lot of shit throughout all the movies.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really like a bow to like tie it up. It's like, I discovered new element. Oh wait, shit, they're gonna blow up the Stark Expo, might as well get in there. Oh, this guy, like, he stole Pepper and then fucking chopped it off. I think if you took a second look at it, just saying.
The Iron Man 3, you could feel the movie was just like, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up now. The movie's over. It was at the scene when Killian stood up and he was like, I am the Mandarin. He's gone. Just the movie, you could feel the movie wrapping itself up.
Yeah.
Okay, the main villain's gone. Stark's suits are all destroyed. Pepper's cured. He's gotten the thing out of his chest. All right, we're done here. Let's go.
Yeah, you could feel it wrapping itself up.
And it all happened so quick. It was all because of one montage. Like, dude.
Yeah, you fix this problem for like 2 movies. Nearly 2 movies. Just
Over the course of a short montage.
yeah, we will just take it out. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
We'll just say it out.
We'll just take it out. Why the fuck not?
I mean, the montage is way longer in China, but like...
We don't live in China.
We don't live in
Also, do you know about the Chinese version of Fight Club?
Yes.
Yes.
The cops caught everybody.
The cops caught everybody, and that was the end. Because even in China, the state wins.
I couldn't believe that shit, man. The movie's like 20 years old. What the Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
China. Yeah, it's, I don't want to get political. Yeah, please.
Can you imagine if there was a Chinese edit on the Matrix? I could just see it now. Like, it's like as he's about to like take on Smith one-on-one, the system officers invaded, they captured the insurgents, and like all harmony throughout the system or whatever. Like, just there's no Neo flying off into with Rage Against the Machine playing. Like, just none of that shit.
Oh, fuck.
We just stop at the scene where Morpheus gets caught and just like
The end.
the end.
It's like it goes to a black screen. It's just text. And then you see like the Matrix shit following it. The credits. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so ass. But
Hey,
anyway,
did you see the fourth Matrix?
no.
It's very much the fourth Bourne movie. You seen that?
No.
Let me put it like this. It's the director and the actor going through all their greatest hits. It's like if a band came together and did a reunion tour and they played all the hits,
Oh, they just
but
play all
didn't
the-
do anything new. Yeah.
That's fucking boring.
I mean, they're pretty good hits, but
But it's so fucking boring. I mean, like, if a band comes together, at least one new song. At least give me one good banger. You know?
yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, I can see that. You don't just want to hear music that I can hear on my phone. I would
And now
like
they sound older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not what it used to be.
I'd rather just listen to it on the phone.
Yeah, but with I see they play all the hits. It's like Smith is back. There's like Morpheus rescuing Neo, pulling Neo out of the simulation. Neo trying to save someone from the Smith agents. There's so much shit in here that's like I feel like it's not it doesn't feel like a sequel as much as it's like someone made crib notes of all 3 movies
Like
and they just made it one movie
crammed
of all
it
that.
into one movie,
Yeah.
That's kind of.
The post-credit scene is fucking insulting. It just, there's this sequence in the movie before the post-credits where they're talking about like, because Neo is in the Matrix, he works in this video game company, and the Matrix is a video game that he made back in 1999. There's like a video game award for like this shit. The movie gets really meta. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that. I've heard.
He's like a video gamer, and they're discussing like, so they're like, our parent company Warner Brothers has announced they want a Matrix sequel, and they're gonna make it with or without us. Like,
Come the fuck up.
that's just the director talking
Just
at this
like,
point.
just like, shut the fuck up. Just like, no, turn it off. Reassess what you've done, and shut. Yeah.
And you can see like they're like having a brainstorming meeting about what they're gonna put in Matrix 4. It's like, and this guy is like, bullet time. It's like, we gotta have bullet time. And it's like, there's another character that's like, we can't just do the same old thing, reboot, remakes, we gotta do something new. The irony of those fucking statements, man. Just because you point out that other movies and other remakes and shit do the same thing over and over does not give you license to just...
Do the same shit and be like, oh my god, that is fucking genius.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? No, that's
I'm not... Yeah.
Trailing back to this.
Drilling back to this, because we always get off topic at this
Yes, as always.
It's our thing, dude.
our
We have a
thing.
pretty
Yeah.
yeah.
You've stuck along for the ride. You know
Yeah.
what this is about.
You remember back in the early days of S&W podcast of weirdness, we would actually have like bullet points of shit we wanted to talk about.
No, we just freestyling, man.
Yeah,
You know.
it sucked because like we'd have those bullet points, but then we'd burn through them, and it's just like
they'll be like done. The podcast will be 20 minutes.
yeah, it's like what? Like no, man, we gotta like, come up with something shit.
Fuck.
But there are those episodes every now and then, like is cinema dying, or it's just
That
like
is a fucking terrible episode that I'd like to wipe from my memory.
yeah, that was just there were like a couple minutes of dead air.
Yeah.
Not like collectively, but if you added them up, it would total to like minutes of us just like sitting like,
Yeah, they would have moments. I think every podcast I've listened to has moments like that, but just that episode, it was like, because I was hosting, I was like, fuck.
yeah. It was just like the thing that bugged me about that one is I think it was the topic. It's that we didn't have like a deep knowledge of the history of cinema.
The history of
whatnot.
cinema, and like,
Just like yeah.
it's just what we read throughout the years.
Yeah,
Came
and
through
it felt very. That's the thing. It was that episode. A month later was extremely dated because we were talking about like, yo, is cinema dead? Given how people aren't going back to theaters anymore and like streaming's on the rise. A couple months later, fucking Spider-Man, highest grossing movie of the year. People are going back to the cinemas like nothing's going on.
I feel like when we were in the COVID situation, I mean, we still are. We don't know what the fuck's going on in the rest of the world right now, but it felt like it wasn't going to end. And I feel like when Spider-Man came out and fucking millions of people flocked to the cinema, it felt like a moment where we were like, yes, we made it through and we get this beautiful fucking movie.
Yeah.
We get this really beautiful fucking movie to end off. It's like period.
And it immediately dated our episode.
Yeah, it immediately dated our episode. I feel like if that episode came out in 2020, maybe the near end of 2020, it would have had more of a shelf life. But to be honest, most things are dated. I feel like most of what we talk about,
not everything.
not everything, but like I feel like a lot of, because we do a lot of backtracking. We'll talk about a movie that came out fucking decades ago, years ago.
But like, we don't really do topical shit very often.
No, it's not us.
We don't really talk like this is what's happening right now in the world because like in a week it won't be right now.
I mean, that's why you have like shit like 24-hour news, because it'll get so old you have to churn up something new.
Yeah.
So I feel like that episode was a bit of a mistake on my side.
Yeah.
Apologies to anybody who listened to it. Just
Why with I tell you the reviews that I do every now and then. I noticed a trend because in the thing it tells you how long people listened. I noticed for some of the reviews I do, in the reviews I have a non-spoiler section and then I have a spoiler section. In between, it's like before I have a warning. It's like, okay, this was the non-spoiler review. You know, if you haven't seen the movie, go check out right now. Normally, most people, when they watch the reviews, they stop watching at that point. Because then I'm like, oh, people watch my non-spoiler review, but they don't stick around for the rest of it. So I'm just like, I'm considering just doing only a non-spoiler review.
okay.
Like just like,
Nah, I got you.
but that's like, it's too late now. So.
Too late now. Fuck it. You're down for the ride.
Yeah.
You're here. Yeah.
Pattinson as Bruce Wayne he wasn't like every other Bruce Wayne.
No.
There was no billionaire playboy vibe. It was just a moody dude, man.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't seem like they had space for that kind of character in this movie.
Yeah.
There was no
It
space
wouldn't
for
fit.
It wouldn't fit like the overall world that it feels so lived in.
Yeah.
It feels so. It has like texture to it.
Yeah.
It's like certain parts of the bed when Bale put on like the mask of being Bruce Wayne. It feels so plastic.
Yes.
Like this guy does not give us a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like I am just Batman. That's me.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
remember like when he came back to the house, it's like the Wayne family, the accountants are here and they want to talk. It's like, I don't care about all that. It's just like, he's like, but you've got to, like, it's your family's legacy. It's like, that's, he didn't want anything to do with that.
Like, what I'm doing now is my family's legacy.
It kind of, I was kind of annoyed that they were like, hey, the accountants are coming, and then like in the next scene of like, they're here, and we never got any payoff to that. It was just like, cut to the next scene. Like, just, why put that in there if you're not going to give us like a Bruce Wayne scene of like, dude just being totally disinterested in this shit. Like, just.
This felt very Rocksteady Games Arkham Origins or Arkham Asylum. It's not the one night, but it's clearly a very short period of time that this is happening. Kind of like those games.
Even the Origins, that's a bit of a stretch, too.
Okay.
All this happening in one night.
Okay, fair enough. Those games are a bit of a stretch. But I feel like this happened over, let's say, maybe a week.
Yeah.
Maybe a week.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It started on Halloween and it just went on from there.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the end of it? Like the consequences
the
of
city
flooding of the city?
Sunk in and him like helping people out. It's like, I don't know, it was kind of like the aftermath of like Hurricane Katrina, people standing on rooftops and shit like that. And like I felt like the city accepted him at that point, because it was at the beginning when he was beating up those thugs, the dude was like, "Don't hurt me." It's like, just like, I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, he's not after you. Like, just." But like in the end, when he was pulling people out of the debris and he was like amongst people, nobody was afraid anymore. It's like at that point, it's like
people are accepted.
He's accepted by the city. You know, he's a hero now. It's not just punishing bad guys, but he's saving people. Yeah, I like that ending. I really did dig that ending.
What did you think of Gordon?
Gordon, he was really good. It was like a buddy cop movie almost.
It had that buddy cop element, especially when they got to the penguin.
He's like, what is this? Good cop, bad shit cop? Oh shit, dude, that got me, man. That got me laughing in the cinema. Oh shit. That made me think of. This is gonna sound weird, but that scene made me think of Snoop Dogg. There's a scene in the show called Monk, where like Snoop Dogg, he gets arrested, and he's like sitting in the interrogation room, and like the one cop is talking to him, but there's this other cop. Like the white cop is like, he's a big rap fan, and he's like all up in dude's face, and he's singing the lyrics to this one song, and like Snoop Dogg's looking at me, he says, "Is this good cop, demented cop?" Oh shit, dude. This movie is funny in some moments. I did not expect that.
It has its humor, but it never feels like it's such a significant part.
Yeah.
Like Marvel's known for their humor.
That quippy shit.
This is taken like, it's almost like a dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cats.
Yeah.
I have a thing for strays.
Oh shit, dude. Like this. I wanted to ask you, Paul Dano's singing. Paul Dano's singing.
Singing. He was off the goop. I don't know. He was off the fucking. He was, He was on some shit.
Randomly busting out.
I was just sitting there like, why?
He's a kooky motherfucker. You said it yourself.
I know. He's a few marbles short. I don't know. He was a few marble bags short. He just started singing, and when he lost it, right? When he like fucking, he started screaming. You know, just before he started singing.
Yeah.
You're not as smart as I thought you were.
Yep.
And like the carpeting tool had significance. Like near the end. What I didn't expect were all the other snipers. Like I sort of had an idea he had a following. I just thought they were like very passive people that would just be like,
like just people showing up in masks.
But then when they started looking at the comments, like, oh yeah, this is you go to the surplus shop and you get the mask, and then it's like, oh, what caliber rifle? I was like,
something weird.
I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, because it was right there on the screen. the focus would normally be on the Riddler himself, but like after a while, it's like, wait, what's all this? And it's like, what caliber rifle? I remember there was one comment was like, thanks for the detonators. I'm like, wait a minute, months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget what was it, the what tape?
Oh,
Masking.
the something.
cling wrap.
Yeah, the cling wrap.
Yes, don't
forget your cling wrap. Oh shit.
It reminded me of in the Joker movie how he had like this following that came together.
Yeah.
Because of what he did.
Yeah, like the face paint and everything. And it was like, they're like, fuck the rich. Like just, yeah. Honestly, the stuff with the camera actually reminded me of Heath Ledger's Joker. Remember that scene with the guy pretending to be Batman? And he was like, so you're not Batman? No. Well, why do you dress like him? Like, just like, that scene.
Yes.
Was creepy.
The scene that got to me was when he didn't give Falcone up. And the DA didn't give Falcone up. And the fucking just blew him off.
I'm like, this dude is about to die, man.
You
like,
really like, now I'm a dead man either way. I was like, whoa, what the fuck are you protecting, buddy?
Even though he was like, if it's this, it's just me. Like, if I tell you, like, I got family, man. Like, just like, dude, that is some next level fear.
Yeah. I think where Bruce changed because he wasn't truly Batman in this movie. He became Batman at the end. When he understood like this quest for vengeance wasn't it. When that guy
when he unmasked him and he's like, I'm vengeance. And it's like, wait, what?
He's like, oh fuck, this is where it takes you down.
Yeah.
This is what it does to you. So then it's him writing in that diary. And then he's like, nah, I need to be bigger than this.
Because even dude, when we saw like, he was writing in the diary at the beginning, and then we saw like Riddler had a fucking diary, so it's just like, I think that the director wanted us to make that subconscious
make
link
that connection.
Make
that connection. You could see like in the beginning he was just like, I need to push myself. I just need to push myself to the fucking limit.
Yeah. I think in The Dark Knight they touched on that because the dude was like every night he would be Batman, and then like Alfred like walked in on him one morning like stitching himself up, and is like, you know, you have limits, you know, and he's like, Batman has no limits. Just like right there, that scene that line right there, Batman can't have limits. But like it shows how far he's willing.
Yeah, how far he's willing to go to.
Yeah. Although I do not believe that Batman's batsuit got penetrated by a fucking dog. Just got bit by a dog, man.
Wait, which one was this?
It was Dark Knight, man. Like, that's why he had to get the new suit. So just like, he got bit by a fucking dog. Just,
this suit was like, he made it himself. This thing was fucking bulletproof. Dude. And then it wasn't even made by you. It was made by fucking Lucius Fox. It was like, this is the fucking big brain thinker, right? It was like, comes up with all these crazy shit. And you got bit by a dog? Really, motherfucker?
Man.
Come the fuck on.
I get that it was a big dog, but it sounds silly when you describe it. Like, just like, what happened to you? I got bit by a dog. Even Alfred was like, a dog. Just
really big dog. He said that after.
It's like a really big dog, okay? Like just
yeah, like Bale and even Affleck had that charm about him.
Yeah.
They used to carry this one. Like Pattinson doesn't.
He's more Batman than Bruce Wayne.
Do you think he'll ever develop that kind of character?
No. Not in the world that
not
he
in
inhabits.
this world.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
He was very much a loner because all those other Batmen, when they would go out, they'd have like a woman on their arm or they'd drive a really flashy car and like smile and shit. Not once did this dude smile when he was Bruce Wayne. He was always had like this very stoic demeanor about him.
He just has to push himself, just carry on.
Yeah.
Just carry on pushing himself to the limits.
There was this line in that Riddler said, he's like, when you put on the mask, like that's when you can be you. It's like
I think he resonated with that.
Yeah. but he couldn't let him know that.
Yeah.
Because like that's why he was like, you're a psycho. Like nobody's gonna remember you. You're a nobody. And that's why he started screaming. He was like, no. It's like this is not how I wanted it to go. Like just
You're not as smart as I thought you would be.
Even in that moment when he's like, I laid it all out for you, and it's like, we were gonna watch it together, and it's like, watch what? And it's like, in that moment, I'm like, wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
There's more to this thing. Oh shit! But you could see in the scenes, like in the room with all the stuff, he like bring real change, and it's like a real change, and each time he kept underlining the word real. And then in the city, the woman Bella Real, her slogans was like bring real change, and so I'm like something.
You know what I feel like? We have to watch this movie again. We just have to, because there's too much shit because it's the Riddler first. There's shit that we missed out. Also, somebody pointed, I think there's a rapper called Zoffix, right? And he went to watch it with his kid. His kid actually made a really fucking good observation that I made when I was watching this. It's like, no matter what scene it was in the movie, you could take it off and put it as a wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was like, although it was shot, like, it was 16 by 9, right? The focus was in the middle. It was always in the fucking middle.
Yeah.
The shot was always in the middle. It wasn't like to the side. It was just dead in the middle.
Like with there's a scene where he like opens the elevator and he's using the grappling hook. The focus is squarely on that grappling hook.
Yeah.
He's over there.
He's on the
But
side.
the hook is like closest to the camera, so yeah.
I like that technique by Reeves. I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Even in the scene where the penguin was getting chased, like the penguin's on the left side of the screen, but we can very clearly see what's going on in the middle. We can see Bruce's car coming up. So yeah.
That scene where he fucked up those trucks.
He's like, I got you.
I got you fucking psycho.
And you see him ride up like, oh. I kind of wish they didn't put that in the trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the pop if we heard that.
You know what I really liked about the trailer? Where you could see him screaming, but it's what's coming out of his mouth isn't the sound of his voice. It's the fucking engine of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's that high pitch that noise.
Like when he was beating up that guy and he was like electrocuting him on the thing. You didn't hear the guy screaming. You heard like that.
Yeah, you heard the noise of.
Yeah.
Because that's what they wanted you to focus.
Damn. That was brutal.
He fucked those guys up. But to be honest, in every fight, he has taken a beating of some sort.
Yeah.
I've noticed in certain Batman, he does, like Affleck's one, he didn't really take a beating. He fucked people up.
Yes.
And those were trained thugs. And this guy was fighting just some subway motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And they hit him. They hit him hard.
One guy got a shot off.
Yeah. And then
in the club with those dudes, there was the guy with the baseball bat. He got him, but then he took the bat from him. I love that scene. It reminded me of Birds of Prey, where there was the dude on the stairs with the gun, and like he had the bat, and he just like chucks it. Oh shit, that was some smart thinking, dude. Like just.
What I also liked is there was a lot of improvised weapons because he grabbed that bat and he fucked up the other dude.
Yes.
There was also the scene with the Riddler's guys where he grabs the gun, flips it over, and starts hitting
whacking people.
Yeah.
That was smart. That was definitely environmental and shit like that. I also like the switchblades in the symbol.
He's never used like a batarang. There's no batarang in this.
Yeah, there's no batarang. It's just, dude. Because I saw the thing. I'm like, you remember when they did like it wasn't a trailer. They showed off the costume for the first time.
Yeah.
I saw it. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, why? Where's the horns? Like, what is that? And then I remember this video Eric Foss did, and he was like, those are detachable, actually. Yeah. I thought it was going to be a batarang. Like, he'd pull it out and, like, chuck it. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
He uses it as a knife. When he goes back to the sea, just like...
and it just slots in so nicely.
But to be honest, it kind of makes sense because where the fuck is he gonna find time to like sit there like Christian Bale?
Yes.
Because Bale had time.
He had that thing which is a cut in the rock and
yeah.
And that scene, there's a scene in towards the end with like the water's coming in and like this electrical cable's like it's gonna shock people in the water and he just like cuts it. He didn't need to do. I saw that and I'm like, oh, he didn't need to do that. Like, cause he was holding it and he cut above him and he fell too. I'm like, you couldn't you have just cut underneath and like held on? Just saying.
Make a good point. That's a good point.
Oh shit! But I didn't. If I hadn't seen that second trailer, I never would have thought they'd go through with actual flooding. Because normally in a superhero movie, a guy's like, "I'm gonna flood the city." The hero stops him in the nick of time.
This they didn't.
They actually flooded the place.
Won in some capacity.
Yeah. The city was because like the corrupt officials were exposed. The city was flooded. No. I don't see a downside here, man. Like
he didn't lose.
Yeah.
If you think about it, all he did was get locked up,
which was part of the plan. Yeah.
What I do think he did lose is that he wanted to kill those officials. He wanted to kill the
new mayor. Yeah. But dude, it's like man, the scene Barry Coogan. Is it Coogan? Coogan? Barry, his, man, like I just knew he was good. I knew he was gonna be there because like he was cast as blah blah blah, and okay, like he's sitting in a cell, and then he hears this voice, and you see like this silhouette, and he's like, wait, is that? Oh no, that's the fucking Joker, man. Just why? Do we really need a Joker at this point? Just.
I don't think we do. I think we can survive without it.
Yes.
I think we can survive without it.
He's got a whole rogues gallery, yet we keep circling back to this one dude. Just saying.
You can't recycle the same motherfucker.
Yeah. Bring Phantasm out here. Can we get Batman, Mask of the Phantasm in live action?
I want Coat of Owls. I think
I thought we were gonna get Coat of Owls in this one. It felt very much like they were leading there.
I feel like okay, so the city's been fucked, royally fucked by this, right? I think they're gonna start playing their hand because they could be watching this from like
we've watched from behind the scenes enough. Now we have to step in. Yeah.
I do feel like there was an element where Falcone had somebody to answer to. I do feel like there was a bit of an element there. Like he didn't feel like he was the top boss. He was the top boss, but it didn't feel like he was.
It felt more like you're insinuating he was the guy that the court chose to run things.
Yeah.
He was the regional manager.
He was the
city
regional
of Gotham.
He was the regional manager. Yeah. Can I speak to the manager? Just fucking Falcon.
Oh shit. I like that they gave that character more to do, like as a character.
Depth.
Yeah.
They gave him a good amount of depth.
There was like that scene where that dude could have been a Bond villain, man. Like charming 1 minute, but totally kill you the next.
Yeah, he's fucking terrifying as well.
Yeah, it was just. I kind of chuckled a bit at the scene at the club when there was the first time where like the door opened and Batman was like, "You know who I am?"
Yeah.
Like, I got an idea, yeah.
So he calls his brother. It's like,
oh shit! But when he went back the second time as Bruce Wayne, it was like, yo, like just you see who this is?
You know what it is? The third time he was just like snap past.
Yeah. But damn, bro, that was. It kind of showed like in the city of Gotham, Bruce Wayne would have more doors open to him than the Batman. Yeah. It's like there's a scene in Batman vs Superman where Ben Affleck was like, I need the suit. because like whatever, it's like the Batman isn't gonna whatever. Bruce Wayne can't break into Lex Luthor's house, and then Alfred was like, "Well, Bruce Wayne won't have to. He's been invited." Like just like oh, okay.
The Bruce Wayne element has some, because that's what makes wealth. Well, you can get rich people, but truly wealthy people have money and connections. Rich, you just
That
got
old. Bruce Wayne isn't just rich; he's old money rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a bit of that in the Batman Begins when Alfred was telling the story. Like that old elevator that leads to the Batcave.
Yeah.
And they were like your ancestor used this cave to like sneak slaves to freedom. And it's like, oh, the Waynes have been here for a while.
Yeah, they've been here. I like the fact they touched on the Arkham family.
Yeah.
Because there is an element of that, but it wasn't truly fleshed out.
I mean, in the video games, they would like those tapes. They would like explain it a bit more, but like this is definitely a good stuff. I like, but dude, I fucking laughed when fucking Paul Dano was like he was behind the glass, right? Like Batman's going to see him at Arkham, and the screen comes up. You see like the coverall, you see the handcuffs. And then you just see like Paul Dano's like regular ass face, and I'm just like
this fucking nerd.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
Because he's got like this terrifying mask. You pull it off and like he's just a dude, man. Like he's not even like hey dude. He's just I don't know, just like a guy in an office somewhere.
I figured out something. I had an epiphany while watching. It's that we don't really care who Peter Parker's parents are.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't. But we do care about who Bruce Wayne's parents are.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
They play a large part in his story.
Yeah, because not everybody can be Batman. But Spider-Man's whole stick is that anybody can be Batman. Anybody can be a man who wants to.
There's a line in The Matrix where Smith says, he's like, towards the end, dude, this, like the show CSI Miami?
Yeah.
No, was it CSI? The dude would put on the shades, and then it would be like, he would say something, and then he'd put on the shades and be like, yeah! The theme would kick it. It was very much that, because there's a scene where like Smith is looking at like Neo, and he goes, well, it's like, Mr. Anderson, it's like anybody could have been you, whereas I can be anybody. And he vanished, and it was like, yeah! That's just the fact that he put on the shades as he was saying that. Like, come on, dude.
I don't know what it is about that, but it fucking gets me. Like, it'll be like the most inappropriate way, and I'll be like, that's so fucking loud, I don't care.
Oh shit! I loved it when they did it on Phineas and Ferb. There was that they were like spoofing cop shows because they were trying to find something, and there were all these like they were spoofing Miami Vice, whatever. And then like they went to Doofenshmirtz's ex-wife's house and they asked her a question, and then like okay, that Phineas like says something, puts on the shades, yeah, and they get on a boat and they're riding, and it cuts to Doofenshmirtz like Doofenshmirtz Incorporated. I love that shit. That was top notch, man.
That show was fucking for like. It was so well written.
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb.
For the longest time, too. Yeah. There was never a season where you're like, writing
you never felt off about. You can watch any episode of any season. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
What a brilliant show.
Yeah, man. And it had solid continuity.
Yeah.
Even in Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension, when they brought back all the inventions and shit, dude.
Oh, that was epic.
Oh, that was great. Where were we?
That's that.
Yes.
We talk about every fucking
and his
face.
ordinary ass face.
Yeah,
yes.
Paul Dano's ordinary ass face. The mask definitely gave him power.
Yeah.
The mask gave him so much power. What did it say? He could be who he really wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time he spoke, you could also apply whatever he spoke to Bruce. The mask gives him that power.
It's fitting. You notice in a lot of superhero movies, the villain in the first movie is always like a dark mirror of what the hero could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I don't like though is when it's a same versus same fight. Because in the beginning I liked that. Iron Man versus Ironmonger, Hulk versus Abomination. That was cool, but like
Kaecilius versus Strange.
yeah, but now it's like it's becoming a cliche, dude. Like it's your first superhero movie, okay, you're gonna fight the evil version of you, essentially. Yeah.
I like the fact that Bruce had to outthink.
Yeah.
He had to outthink. I did like, and he wasn't. You know when you get smart guys in movies and they seemingly can do any fucking. Yeah, I hate that.
I hate when they just know everything.
Yeah.
Like how could you have known that? The movie doesn't explain. It's just like, oh, because I'm smart, I know that. Like, just, there's this cliche about like the bad guy, the smart villain. He's always 2 steps ahead of the good guy. There's in the movie Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. They do that well. They really nailed Moriarty being 2 steps ahead, and like it was never a game of Holmes having to catch up. It's like, okay, he's 2 steps ahead. I need to be 4. It was like this perfect game of
you need to build advantage not by chasing, by outthinking.
Yeah.
I like that.
Don't just have a smart bad guy. Don't have the bad guy be smarter than the hero, but like, give the hero a way to show like, hey, I'm smart too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was that scene at the end where like Moriarty, they were doing like the assassination. Have you seen Game of Shadows?
No, I have not. That's the one with Downey.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. It's so good. This game of one-upsmanship that they're playing with each other, all while they're playing a chess game, while the real life like chess game is going on in the other room because Moriarty set up this political assassination that's going to kickstart a war that's going to make him rich. And like Holmes and like Watson is in the room. He's got to figure out like who's the assassin. It's like, but if I tackle the wrong guy, that's going to start the war. So like he's got to be whatever. It shows that Watson is also smart.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just like, Holmes's muscle or whatever. Because like he has to like use his wits to figure out the right dude. Meanwhile, Holmes is like outsmarting Moriarty and whatnot. Even though they stopped the assassination attempt, it's like, okay, 1-up for Holmes. Moriarty gets a 1-up because he's like, well, hey, war is inevitable. It's gonna happen at some point, and I'm still gonna be rich. So like, I as a rich man can't be touched. I can just kick back and wait for this shit to happen. And it's like, okay, that's a 1-up to you. But then a 1-up to Holmes is like, oh, about that fortune of yours. Yeah, I got your little book with all your account codes and everything, and I gave it to the cops. So it's like, oh, fuck, that's a point to Holmes. But then a point to Moriarty, because he promises, he's like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill Watson, I'm going to kill everybody because of what you just did. It's like, now you really pissed me off. So but then, like, that detective vision that Holmes has where he can see a couple moves ahead what the dude's going to do, so he pre-plans, like, his attack and his defenses and whatnot. So that's 1-up there. But then once Holmes has his plan of attack ready to go, there's this voice that pipes in that's like, come now. You really think you're the only one who can play this game? And he just counters everything, and it's like, holy fuck. Oh, shit.
There's a famous clip, I think it's of Street Fighter, where the guy, there's a Chun-Li Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
So there was a famous clip in the 90s where these 2 guys were playing. One was playing Ryu, the other guy was playing Chun-Li. And the Chun-Li guy had the Ryu player, like, dead right. He had this much health. Right? And Chun-Li has this attack with like kicks where she does like 9 kicks. She's beating him. And then they stop and they posture it. In fighting games, they posture. They see who take. So Chun-Li sees an opening and goes for the kick. This guy counters exactly, perfectly blocks 9 consecutive attacks, pixel perfect, and then just fucking whoops his ass off. I need to find you the clip. It's like a small fucking room of just those nutty Street Fighter players, and they all fucking lose it.
Yeah. I kind of understand like they're feeling like this little health left, but you managed to like barrel back.
It was pixel perfect.
Yeah. I did that in the Injustice game. I remember that shit because it was playing in the story mode. It was playing as Batman, and there was like a little bit of health left, but like somehow, because like in the game, if you use the cape, you can like stun the opponent for a second. And I was able to like get a comeback, and I won. I'm like, yes. And Xbox, it has like this little achievement. It's like battle back from low. It's like win with like less than 10% health, and I'm like, all right,
I fucking did it.
dude. I miss those little pop ups like, and they would show you like, oh, you did this, like just yeah.
I had it on PS Vita and I used to play Injustice so much. I got to top 10 on National Ladder. I played that game. It was egregious how many hours I put into Injustice. Favorite character, General Zod. Second favorite was Scorpion. Scorpion was fucking dope in that game.
Yeah, if I had to have like a 5-man team, a 5-man Injustice team, it would be General Zod, Green Lantern, Lobo. What's this? Fucking dude. Just yeah, I can't really think of it. General Zod, Lobo, and fucking Green Lantern. Those are some solid 3s. Oh, and Doomsday. Doomsday would be a solid 4.
Doomsday is pretty fucking good in that game.
Yeah, I like his finisher. Punch a motherfucker through the center of the earth.
And then bring it back. Run it back.
Yeah. There's some Injustice had some awesome finishers, man.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I liked what was the Flash's one was really fucking cool. Yeah. Just knocks you out and then runs around the whole earth. Bang! Comes from the back and knocks him again.
The Superman knock a guy into space, like boom, 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 all the way up, and then bam, all the way back. But just shit, they were good, bro. Batman was pretty simple, just like batarang, hit him again a couple times, duck out of the way, Batmobile.
Lex Luthor had a fucking spirit bomb. Do you remember that shit? He like knocked him.
Anyway, back to the Batman. Thoughts on the score?
I fucking loved it. I loved how scary it could be at sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had those moments. Like there was a piece that played when you saw Paul Dano's Riddler. When he moved, I was like, oh fuck. It added so much. And that song that played, I didn't actually mind it. I know what you meant. It played
a bunch of times.
Yes. So for context, Shogun watched it before me. Yeah, and then he was like, yeah, they play the same song 7 fucking times.
It's like they only bought the rest of one song and we're just gonna milk this shit.
I mean, they milked it pretty effectively.
Yeah.
They milked it.
They even had one of the actors sing it, you know. Just saying, they even credited him in the fucking credits. Just oh shit, dude.
Any closing thoughts?
You wrapping me up?
I mean, it's kind of late.
We kind of said as much as we need to say. Our closing thoughts. You want to see Kristen Stewart as a female Joker?
No.
You want to see Barry Keoghan as, wacky hair, fucked up face Joker?
Put him in the tank for another movie. Let's see what else we can do. This character. Let's see what else. Before we bring up the Joker, let's see what else. I think we could have the Joker be like this villain that's just been plotting things in the background, pulling little strings, getting all things together, and then come together. You could have something like, you could kill Alfred in the third movie.
Yeah.
If we get to a third movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There's so much we can do in this universe, this isolated universe. Did you hear about the Kraven movie? They cast a guy as Chameleon.
Out of all characters.
Yeah. Out of all characters, the Kraven movie's gonna have Chameleon in it. Not a fan, I take it.
I thought we'd see him in the Spider-Man movie.
Really?
I really thought. Because he seems more like a grounded character.
Yeah, I mean, the threat that this guy can look like anybody.
Yeah, that threat.
That is an interesting villain, but for Spider-Man, I don't know, because at the end of the day, he's just a dude, man.
They can be anybody.
Yeah, he's a dude that can be anybody. But like in the animated series, there was this moment where it, like perfectly encapsulated his "I can be anyone" nature. Was at the end when, because like Spider-Man had fooled his big plot, but he was like, he escaped, and he was like, I still got one ace up my sleeve. And then it cuts to a shot of Peter Parker at this like press conference, like looking at something, about to take a picture, and he's like looking at this mayoral candidates. In swoops Spider-Man and beats them up. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is? And it's the chameleon. I'm like, oh shit. That's what it got me like, yo, this dude could be anybody and we wouldn't know. Just yeah.
No. That's why I said he would have more impact. It's like I feel like he would have more impact as a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But let's see how we bat that. Because they wanna at some point put Kraven in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And have that kind of Kraven's last hunt or whatever the fuck. Because the Venom's around.
You think instead of Kraven's last hunt being him hunting Spider-Man, it would work better if it was Kraven hunting Venom?
That could work too.
Yeah. Because like Venom would be like, I don't know, it would be like, oh, there's this creature that's terrassing around town, you know, like, and he's like, you know, because Kraven's a hunter, he's like, I want to catch this fucking thing, like, it's gonna be like my greatest hunt yet, or whatever,
What if it then just slaps onto Spider-Man? And then it's like, oh, fuck. Oh,
Question is, which Spider-Man? Guys, remember I told you, they actually filmed a scene with Tom Holland in that first Venom movie. They had him on set, you know, in the Venom movie, and Marvel was like, could you please take that out? I mean, wait, not Marvel, Disney. Disney was like, could you please take that out?
fucking Disney.
So, yeah.
Come the fuck. Okay,
Garfield, maybe?
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I would like to see like a darker take on Garfield's fight. Because I feel like he went there.
He said so in the movie. He was
Yeah.
I got, you know, I got to stop pulling my punches.
And if Spider-Man stops pulling, you know what the run where Aunt May gets injured in hospital?
Yeah.
And he beats the shit out of the Kingpin. And you know the Kingpin's not an easy guy.
Yeah.
He scared the fuck out of him. He's like, if Aunt May dies, I'm coming back and I'm killing you.
Yeah.
Straight up. And he wasn't pulling punches there.
Yeah. There's this scene in this movie. I can't remember the name. I wish I could because it's a dope movie. It's the second one in this franchise, but like, there's this cop. He's like a hero. He's not like a hero cop, but he's a big shot. And there's a scene where they do a drive-by. These criminals do a drive-by, and he knows like, no, these criminals are serving these like city official, whatever, this corrupt city official. And they shot his son. His son is like in critical condition in hospital. He just like gets up and he leaves. And it cuts to like this official coming out of his office, you know, security or whatever. He gets in a car, like they drive. The car is stopped. The cop gets out of the thing and he busts up this fucking security, pins the official against his car and is like, I know what you did. If my son dies, I'm gonna kill everybody. Like just yo.
There's a certain point for everybody.
Yeah.
There's a certain point.
Yeah. It's not even I love that it wasn't just like I'm gonna kill you. It's like I'm gonna kill everybody. Everybody's going yeah. Like every hero has that breaking point. But like if Alfred had died here,
You would have fucking killed him.
yeah.
He would have been dead 6 feet under.
Dude, the Riddler killed Alfred. He didn't kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You see the Venom, the thing, the thing with.
There was that Venom?
Dude, I think what could it be?
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was like just like
An adrenaline shot that he just had in his pocket.
maybe he developed the Venom, and then the second one could be Bane. Somebody got it.
Yeah, like someone gets a hold of it and gives it to Bane. Like, good, because adrenaline takes a second. It has to like course through your system, but with
This was
Venom,
instant.
he's like,
fucking,
it's like,
and he just went straight. He smashed the dude's nose in. You saw that underneath the mask. That dude's nose was fucked.
Dude, the fact that like Like Gordon had to like pry him off this dude.
Like, whoa.
He was like, "Wait, stop!" Like, oh, and Selina was looking on like
there was like blood on his
Yeah.
the fucking.
You saw Selena's face. She was like, "Holy shit!"
That could be Venom. That could be
Yeah.
the Venom steroid, but
Yeah, but it showed like in that moment he was
he was desperate.
yeah,
Like Batman has limits.
yeah, like, and that was. I think I remember like Eric Voss talking about like maybe in this movie like it's gonna push him to the brink. Like he's not gonna kill somebody, but he's gonna like get
He's gonna get very close.
yeah, very close.
He almost killed that guy.
Almost like a couple more punches he would have.
You would have fucked him up.
Yeah. Oh damn.
I love the design of that Batsuit. The Batmobile, just like the whole fucking thing looks. He put it together himself. He took time, he took effort, he put it together himself.
Yeah.
It looks good.
I like that the Bat Cave isn't a cave.
It's
a terminal somewhere.
It's a terminal.
Like,
It's
yeah.
an old Wayne terminal. You have to go through like so many different tunnels to get.
Yeah.
You have to go downstairs and shit. Nobody's finding that fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
There's not gonna be like the other facility. Oh wait, oh there we go. There's all the tumblers. Let's get a move on, guys.
Just
That
so
was
convenient.
That was so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
I felt that was so lazy.
The people were just under the hideout for Bane and his crew was just right underneath Wayne Man.
You could have taken the tumblers at any fucking time,
Yeah.
and you chose not. What a waste.
Bane was kind of a waste in that movie
Yeah,
because
he was.
I thought like finally we're gonna get to see Bane as the main guy and pulling moves of his own, but he was just Talia's henchman. Shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's why that third movie is seen as like.
Yeah.
The
The
bottom.
main villain wasn't the main villain.
Kind of shit.
Yeah.
That was kind of shit. But if we could see a Bane in this one, I mean, do you want to see a Harvey Dent?
Yeah. I feel like we didn't get enough Harvey Dent. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones back in the second one was out there, but
what,
like
what if we had Harvey Dent like, slowly deteriorate in the second movie, and then only really becomes Two-Face in the third movie?
yeah,
That would be fucking brilliant.
that would be good. Yeah, that would work. Because in Batman Begins, Harvey Dent was supposed to be there, but then it's like the part that they had for him was so like Christopher Nolan said that the part that they had for him was so small. Like there's no reason for this character to be Harvey Dent. Anybody could play this role, so like they saved him for the second one. Thing is, that would have been a nice touch to just have that little glimmer, like, oh, Harvey Dent is here. Like he's gonna play a bigger role in the second one because he had like this little bit of role the first time around. But yeah. Who absolutely shouldn't be in this sequel? That's what I know. Because we've been talking about like, oh man, it'd be cool if they could do. Who'd be cool if they could? Who shouldn't be?
Any of his supernatural villains, any of them.
No Poison Ivy.
I don't want to fucking see a Poison Ivy or fucking. Who else is really supernatural?
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul, Clayface.
No Clayface.
Yeah, nah, fuck no. I don't want to see a Clay. Solomon Grundy.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
that's
see-
just the song. That's just the Hulk. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah, it's just a fucking great. Yeah, it is the Hulk. He's great too, just like Hulk was originally. So I don't want to see any of his supernatural things. I feel like they don't really fit the. They don't really fit this like very grounded Batman story. This very grounded, lived-in universe. And there's texture to it.
Yeah,
If you ever felt like something antique, it felt like
feels old.
it
yeah.
feels old.
Oh man, just this movie, dog.
Something else.
Out of 10 rating,
This is a 9.7 for me.
9.3 for me. You know, the repeated use of the Ave Maria, the Paul Dano song, and Barry Keoghan. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Barry Keoghan. I like Barry Keoghan. He was good in The Eternals. I actually liked Drake, unlike everyone else. He was great in American Animals. He's great, just
Too soon.
too soon. Yeah, too soon. It's like the Flash. Am I too soon?
Yeah.
I'm too soon.
What was that rig he was wearing? That was so dumb.
Dude.
Because he's just getting a flash suit.
Oh man, like,
Anyways,
that Zack Snyder made an instant meme with that moment. Just
he fucked it.
a ready-made meme right there. Just, am I too soon? I'm too soon. Like,
She's the key. She's the key. He fucks up.
I I I like the Ultimate Edition BVS, but like that theatrical cut made little to no sense,
No.
and it was boring. Holy shit, it was boring. It's 30 minutes shorter than the Ultimate Edition, but it feels longer. Jesus. Anyway, wrapping it all up. This has been. I want to do that.
I forget how you do the outros. I know the intro.
Yeah.
Forget the outro.
This has been the S&W Experience Podcast. I have been the Shogun, and with me, as always, was my great friend Big Al. This has been S&W Experience. I don't know what number we're at, but we'll get it. As always, people, stay happy out there. You'll catch us next time when we hopefully get to review Multiverse of Madness. And, that was that. As always, people, you can't make dill bread without dildo.